So hi everyone, it is Karma and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we will be doing a makeup challenge together with a special guest, Wabee SEGOVIA, everyone!
Hey Yamiya-san! This is Wabee SEGOVIA and I'm here with Karma. So today we will be doing makeup challenge.
So we will be doing our makeup for today's video, but there will be a Q&A session as well. So
This set of questions are actually from our friends. So we gathered some questions and we put it in our top secret envelope here.
So we will try to answer each question in every step, but I also heard that there are some questions who have challenges. So it may save or sabotage our makeup look for today. So are you excited, Wabs?
Yes, I'm kind of nervous because I think I'm much on the latter part. So I think masabotage ko niya ang makeup.
So wish us luck. So let us begin our makeup. So our first step will be skin prep. So we will be doing the preliminaries of doing our cosplay makeup. So let's get started.
Let's go.
So what do you usually do first, Wabs?
I clean my face. I think that's the most important thing.
Well,
I need to get my wipes for that. And
that-
in that point.
And with that, I will get my
And
wipes.
with that,
Well, me, I always do contact lenses first because I cannot see anything without them. Then I will put on my wig cap.
Hello, wake up na diretso. Oh my goodness.
I don't know about you, but I do it next because of my bangs. They're so samok.
I usually wear headband for that. And with that, I'll get my headband. Just to keep the bangs away from the face. Yan. I usually do color corrector using face paint. Wala tayong color corrector, but we have face paint. And we're going to use the orange. Ano? Hala, nag-tape na ka. Oh my goodness. Makulbaan kasi. Because I have some, beard mustache, my 8 o'clock shadow.
Next, I'll be doing my primer. Link in the description.
I set na to using baby powder. Yes,
so
your tender care baby powder as setting powder.
So I just realized that was already my skin prep.
Alam mo, no, the eye.
We'll be getting a question to answer.
Okay,
So where's our questions, Bobs?
And with that, I'll get the questions. Here is our question.
Our top secret question.
Mono to ko mono to siya.
Sige, so we will be answering a question first before we proceed to our base. So for our first question, it is for Karma.
Ako maghatag.
Oh, sige, ikaw, you ask
So
me.
this question is for Karma. The question is, if you were given a chance to Okay. Your question is, what is the hardest part about making or tailoring your own cosplays? Do you want me to repeat the question?
No, ma'am. So probably the hardest thing in making cosplays is making something 2D into something 3D. Yes, because you really have to do the math. Like in the drawings, in the animation, it is like two-dimensional thing. It's just a dress. It's just a triangle. It's just a square. But when it comes to 3D, when you will turn it into a cosplay, then it is already three-dimensional. So maybe from a square, then maybe we'll turn it into a cube. So something like that. So it's really hard to translate 2D to 3D.
Especially the older anime, no
Yes.
available patterns
Yes,
for
like,
the cosplay.
Since you reminded me of that, I remember the wig that you commissioned me to style, the Kurama wig. Kurama is a pretty old character already, so the available like materials only online are very 2D, like it's very 2D, like I barely have any idea where to add dimension to the wig, so that is where I just apply my imagination on how I like translate or how I interpret the character. Yes. Oh,
Amen.
Amen. Okay, so let us move on to our next step, which is the base.
You gave your base.
So before you answer the question, there is a challenge. So here's our first challenge already right off the bat. So the challenge is the tiny tool sabotage. Wala ang spongy.
And with that,
we will
get the sponge.
For our challenge, we will be doing the tiny tool challenge. Okay, so this one is already used. So this is your sponge, Wabee. So what we will be doing our base, we will be using these little sponges. And this little, we will use this too, little sponges to do our base.
Wow. So, foundation. Fit me. Foundation. Wala pa, cute ba? Ani, oh my goodness. Ayan, on siya. Okay.
Let us have Wabee answer another question.
Oh my goodness.
Ako din magbasa.
Ako na.
Oh.
Is that for me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, this is for Wabee. What inspired you to have the fairy or cottage core inspired wardrobe?
Actually, way before I am very like interested in like fairy tales, those kinds of creatures, like the fae. Yes, I've been really drawn to them even when I was a little kid. When I was kids.
Kids.
Yes. So I don't know. There's like this thing that I'm really in awe whenever I watch those kinds of animation. I think from Anastasia, there was like a musical like call it one. Like orchestra, yes. They were playing in the background and there was like an animation for their music. So that's where I was really hooked. There were fairies there from different season, and there were unicorns and baby from out of lotus flowers. So I think even way before that, because of that, I've been really interested, so I really want like it to be in reality as well. So I think that's why I am really drawn to like mostly lace type of clothing, like has some like dangling things, like has a little bit of fun. So that's why I think I'm mainly into those kinds of wardrobe, because I really love looking at it. Like it's extra, and unique, right?
Yes.
So not a lot of people, even especially in the Philippines, doesn't that have that kind of fashion sense.
Yes.
So maybe that's why. I actually need to wear this off cam. This is my implants.
Detachable implants.
And with that, I'll be back with the implants.
She'll be back after the operation. So we are back.
I'm back, guys.
Another top secret question for the next step. Also for Wabee.
Oh, for me.
So Wabee, how long does it take for you to make a full DIY costume?
I think for me, the full DIY costume, I was not really full DIY, but some pieces were just recycled, repurposed. I think the first one I made was the Venti in its Arcan form. That was the first because I wanted to attend my first convention with a bang.
Yes.
I went for like full DIY costume, so I was a big fan of Venti from Genshin Impact because I really like his or her his or her character design. Plus, I like the wind and the green color motif palette, so that's why. So I decided to create that one for my first convention. Maybe it would take, including the wings, I think it would take around 2 to 3 weeks for that one because that one was very meticulous because I also made the wings like mechanical, like
It
it
can
closes and opens. So I think that's the where the part that I took a lot of time in making it because I got to do some trial and errors in making the wings functional because at first it was too heavy. Then I decided to alter some things and then went for cloth using cloth instead of the full cardboard because the cardboard is very heavy. Are you done? Check
I already have pink brows.
I think that's
So-
it. Because
Next we'll be doing our eyeshadow. So we actually have no references, right?
Yeah.
We're just gonna freehand everything. So with that, let us get another question.
oh my goodness.
Oh,
Okay.
you read it.
So this question, for Karma. Cosplay is an expensive hobby, but people spend too much on things they could just DIY. Do you agree or disagree with this statement?
Yes, I actually observed a lot of people like, especially like since I accept commissions with like with cosplaying, not only limited to like the costumes but also to wigs, to props and like that. And sometimes actually I get like surprised whenever like people inquire like, Ate, how much to make this? Like, how much if I commission you to do this? And maybe because like I am a crafty person, and for me it was like super easy. But maybe for them it's hard. Like, but sometimes like I'm just dumbfounded, like looking at the picture, like, girl, you're gonna ask me to do this? Like for me, maybe it's just a ribbon and glue it together, then it's done. So yeah, maybe like a cosplay becomes expensive when you like when
You
some
don't get to
people
use your
just
resources.
yeah, some cosplayers are like not utilizing their resources, but I understand for some that they have reasons behind this, like they don't have time or they just don't trust themselves to do it themselves. So yeah, pretty much I can say that there are some things that you could just DIY and not overcomplicate it. But there are really people who just hesitate so much. So maybe there are instances that you can like trust yourself. Maybe you can do it, but again, it is still your choice. If you're too scared to do it, then just commission someone else. Okay, so we are done with our eyeshadow. So the next step will be our eyeliners.
There will be a twist for this step. We will actually do our eyeliner for 30 seconds. Petra.
Run. Okay, so that is a challenge. So 30 seconds timer.
My goodness.
And
On
timer.
two.
Two is good.
Okay.
Okay. Ready. Timer starts now. 30 seconds is
No,
up.
Okay, not good. Pero I think they're not enough. They're sisters, not twins.
Okay, so I think
My
the
goodness.
challenge is a success. Okay.
Eyeliner. Bad.
Wabee. Oh.
Ambot. I don't
Ambot.
know. I don't know. Nasa na siya.
So I will be reading out the question.
So the question again is for Karma. What's the weirdest item you've ever bought from an ukay-ukay to turn into a cosplay prop or garment?
I've done so many things that is from ukay ukay that I turned into a costume or props or such. But the one that I could think on top of my head is actually the cosplay that I will be wearing today, the assassin costume of Yor, because it is actually a very very old bed sheet that I found from the ukay ukay. It is a satin bed sheet. Like it even has like the garter at the ends. Yeah, that was a bed sheet. Then I turned it into a black cloak, like with the hood. Then I used it as a prop for a cosplay competition during I was Kitana at Tech Madness.
Ay.
So I used that as like to cover up as a prop in my performance. So that was already a cloak. And then later on when we decided this shoot, I don't want to spend more money on fabric since I already have a lot of fabric from old commissions and also have like again from ukay ukay random cloth. So I decided to use that very cloak that was once a bed sheet from ukay ukay. That's why guys you must be creative and very like very resilient in doing your ukay ukays. You will find your treasures there.
They're there.
That is our lashes. So
Oh my goodness.
our lashes.
No timer.
No.
Natural.
You want the timer again? Okay, so we have no challenge. We have no
Yay.
challenge. So I will be reading Wabee's question while waiting for my lashes to get back.
Wait, so I'm not done with marinating my...
Marinating. So Wabee, what is the most uncomfortable cosplay you've ever worn for a shoot or event?
For me, I think the mushroom hats were they're not really that comfortable, not comfortable, but
It's bearable. Right?
yes, the only issue that I have for that one is the weight, and for the mushroom costumes, I was also wearing like just dress, so not that really uncomfy. Still on the convenience, I think, because I'm also conscious if I get that.
She always hits me with the mushroom cap. Since like we're like about the same
Yeah,
height,
height.
so like whenever we get too close, like I always bump into her like mushroom head.
Yes, I actually that's the main thing I am really conscious, especially if I'm wearing those kinds of costumes, because I usually wear big mushroom hat and wings. Because with my venti, the first convention I went to, yes, I'm always walking like a crab sideways, because in terms of convenience for the other people too, so I don't want to be a bother to them.
So these are my
Okay,
lashes.
these are mine. I just used this one. I actually supposed to draw my fake bottom
Yeah,
lashes.
me too. I always draw my
We
the
can't,
bottom, but we
do
can't do it in 30 seconds.
So we'll work with it throughout the con. Ano ko? Dali ay, so fast. I think the glue dried up. I'm not really good at putting lashes. Yeah. Naputang na. Wala ka putang din.
So next we will be
What's the
doing
next?
our blush.
No, blush.
Our blush. There is a challenge, so we will be doing our blush with no mirrors. So no one will open their eyes until both of us are done. Okay. So
Oh, I'm scared.
I'll decide. Ready? Close.
Close eyes.
Close eyes na.
Pwede tanaw lang sa palette. Kasi lahi na color.
Oh, sige, lockdown na, lockdown. Sige. I have a feeling that like mine is
Oh my
Not
goodness, mine is wonky. No, okay mo naman.
Oh,
Yes,
perfect.
Mine is not.
No, yours is so here also we will be having another question for the both of us. Okay, so we will be answering this both. So So, do you think cosplay competition is not a part of the cosplay community? So, this is a very controversial question, and I honestly think that we should really share
Yeah.
our opinions on this.
For me, actually, I'm also one of the people that likes to join and participate cosplay competitions. So for me, it's actually I totally disagree with this statement. Ano kung pwede mo tanong sa camera makita ang ano, but because I think even way before cosplay competitions they were already present in the community, because I think that's where cosplayers can really showcase their talents, express their love for the art, because they can really reenact themselves as that specific character. And actually, because way before the social media was not really available to the community, so that was their avenue of showcasing their craftsmanship, their love for the cosplay. So that's why I really think that cosplay competition is really like a vital, also foundation for the cosplay community.
I also strongly disagree with this statement of like, of course, I actually know a lot like with the issue, especially with Stella Chu saying this, and honestly, I strongly disagree because again, before social media, the only like platform that we can showcase cosplays is through the stage at a cosplay convention, and in a cosplay competition, all of the elements of cosplay is present. From crafting, through performance, through expression for the love for your characters and such. Everything that cosplay is all about, you can actually find it there on stage at a cosplay competition. So, yes, maybe like there are other ways to express your cosplays nowadays, especially through social media. But again, there is nothing that beats the feeling of being on stage. Like it's really different. Like when you get to see the people that are watching you right now, compared to the millions of views on social media that like you have no idea who they are. Like in a way, it gives you a different feeling. And of course, when you have eye contact, 'cause with the people like watching you, especially to the judges, like you can see their expressions while you are performing. So that is like something that social media cosplaying for social media could not give. So that is why I strongly believe that cosplay competitions is a big part of the cosplay community.
Yeah. See, I told you. I think I put too much in this side, which is true. Pero that's the part of the challenge. So
Okay, now, okay. So next up, okay, so Anna, we'll be doing our contour next. Okay, so we also have a challenge.
Goodness, another challenge. No.
So a challenge is frozen spice. So frozen spice, basically, we cannot change the expression of our faces while doing our contour. So we'll be doing our contour.
Okay.
Like poker face. So normally I do my contour like that and like that and like that. I always change my facial expression. So for now, straight face, poker face. So let us begin for the contour challenge. So before that, we'll be reading the question. So still for the both of us, should a judge give more points to a 100% screen accurate costume or one that adds real world textures and unique details? So since the both of us are actually cosplay competition judges, we have a fair amount of experience with it. We are sometimes we are competitors and sometimes we are the judge. So we know the feeling of being either side. So yes. So that was the question. So to answer the question, it actually depends on the criteria for judging provided for the event. So because like again, it's gonna be the basis on how we are gonna score your performance. So if the competition, in most competitions that we have judged on, it's more on the performance. So like sometimes 50% performance, 40% costume, 10% audience impact, something like that. That is like very basic criteria for judging. And if that would be the case, I think more like real world textures and unique details adds more points for the competitor, since like we are more on the stage impact, we are more on the stage presence. So adding uniqueness and real world factors adds more score. But if the competition is more on the accuracy, more on the costume, so that is where we will also be focusing more. So most of competitions like that have like prejudging, so that the judges can see the details of the costume beforehand, before stepping on stage. So for that case, if you are gonna join a competition like that, then you expect more to focus more on the accuracy. So that would be my take on that.
Same for me too. The important thing on basing your scores for for the performance of the cosplayer, I think mainly on focusing on the criteria, because it's like the basis on how you're going to score them. So I do agree with Karma. So it really depends on the criteria for judging.
Yeah. But personally, for me, I think it gives more impact for me if it has like a personal touch for the cosplayer. Yes. So even myself, when I compete, I always add something different that it is not completely like canon sometimes, or something's not completely accurate, but it adds more personality to your performance or to your cosplay. So it now entirely depends on the judge on how they interpret your actions. So that is one thing that, but yeah, for us personally, something more creative, something outside of the box, but still very impactful, something very fun to watch, it adds more points for us.
Depending for this question, we can't really tell if which part depends really on the criteria that was given to us.
But bottom line,
Yes.
focus on the criteria for judging. Okay, so our next step would be our lips. So right now we're looking sick because we don't have lipstick on yet. We will be doing our lipstick with a challenge, and that is using our non-dominant hand. So are you right-handed?
I'm right-handed.
We're both right-handed, so we'll be doing our lipstick
Oh my goodness.
on our left hand. So I have never done this before.
Me too.
I have never done this before. So this is a real challenge because I'm not really used with using my left hand. So for me, I will be using 3 lipsticks today. So like the base shade, the deeper shade, and then the gloss.
I'm just using this is just red lipstick and I'm using red dark eyeshadow for like shading. And a brush. That's it.
Okay, so let's begin.
Oh my goodness, left.
So this is another question for the both of us. So what is your favorite cosplay of Karma or Wabee? So the favorite cosplay of each other. Okay, for me, my favorite cosplay of Wabee would be the one you mentioned earlier, your Venti cosplay actually. It's like, I really like Venti on you, like it really suits you. And then another is the main highlight memory of mine with your Venti cosplay is actually when we first competed at Robinson's. Yeah. When we first competed. I know that you first went as Venti at Cagayan, but when you performed as Venti at Robinson's, it was like, I really loved your performance, and because when you are performing, you are like, for a minute there, you are the character. Yeah. So while you were performing, I really saw Venti in you. So that's why I really had fun with your performance. Like, it was really like, like very Venti, very drunk, very like, having fun. So that's why like that cosplay of yours really stuck to me. And like I was like, even it was announcement of the winners, I was like,
Mm.
if it's not me, it has to be Wabee. Like I was really like that during that time. Like if it's not me, it's Wabee. And then when we competed for the second time around at Cagayan with the same characters, I was Sailor Mars and she went as Benny as well. Like when we competed for the second time with the same characters, I was like, if I won't make it in the top five, Wabee has to get in because this was one of my favorite performances of Wabee. So that's why, like, if it's not me, it has to be Wabee, you know. So that's why, like, it was one of my favorites.
The Ayala. Thank you,
Yeah.
Carms. Because actually, Karma was also part of the making of that costume.
Yeah.
Yes, the shorts.
I helped her with the shorts because
I was having
you were you were
trouble.
like starting for
Yes, with that. That was actually my first convention, so I don't have any ideas yet, especially in making the costume. That was my first full DIY
Yeah,
costume
yeah.
too, so
Like
really
I
don't
helped
have
with the
any.
patterning since like she's having a hard time with like the slope
Yes,
with the
the
shorts.
pleats
Oh
on the
yeah,
shorts.
because like of course you have a bomb, so there are
Yes.
different. Again, like I mentioned earlier, the differences from 2D to 3D.
Yes.
So that was one of the
Yes,
challenges.
for me. Like I was trying to make the shorts, then I actually redid it already. So, and that part I was really struggling with the back part because there was like a weird bump at the back. So that's why I reached out and Karma got to help. So thank you.
We added pleats.
Yes.
Pleats.
And for I think for me, I think I actually have a lot of favorites, but if I were to choose one, I think I would choose your Mitsuri.
Ah.
Yes, because actually, it's what you mentioned, right? You're not really first, adverse with being cutie,
Yeah,
but you
yeah.
really tried yourself to be that character when you performed. And it was actually, you were really cute at
True.
that one too. Yes, so
Yeah.
very effective. So, as what you mentioned, that when you were performing, you really like immerse yourself to be the character. So I really did see that one.
Yeah.
It was really like a refreshing image for me because I really saw Carmen like doing the fierce baddie look. So it was like a new world,
Yeah.
a new karma. So
Yeah.
that's why I picked that one.
It's a different side of karma. Like
That's why I did pick that one as your favorite because I really see that you really like did your best like to really show the cuteness side of you.
Like I cannot really forget that cosplay because by the end of the day my cheeks hurt so bad.
From
Smiling. I was
Yeah.
smiling the whole day because I was so committed
Mm.
to be with Suri. So I really smiled the whole day. Even if I'm no longer in stage, even if I was just sitting down, I was smiling because I really need to feel the Mitsuri energy in me, you know? Okay, so now we are at the final question.
Yay!
So this is the last one. So thank you guys for staying this long. So for our last question, still gonna be answered by us both. At the same time, we will be doing the finishing touches of our look before we set everything with the setting spray. So for our last question, what is the most expensive costume that you've bought or made?
I think for me, the most expensive um, costume I bought is actually this one. Your mom, Charm, because I bought it for the costume. It was the first branded costume actually I have.
Okay.
The one tree.
One third
One third one third delusion, yeah, costume. It was actually a second hand from a friend of mine from Dane. Thank you, Dane, sa pa-discount. Yeah, so because she said that it was too big. I mean, too big for her because it was a large size. So I ended up buying it because I was also, Yor was also one of my cosplays actually. So I think I grabbed that one as a opportunity to get to cosplay Yor. And aside from the costume itself, I need to buy this fake boobas. This one I'm wearing now because yes, the costume doesn't fit on me if I don't have fake suit.
Yeah.
So that's why this one was the most expensive, just because 1,000 for the costume, then this one around I think 2,000 for the fake boot, 2,000 or 3,000, around the 2,000 something. So yeah, that was the most expensive costume so far.
Okay, so as for me, my most expensive and most uncomfortable cosplay that I ever bought and also made is my Mabuika cosplay from Genshin Impact. So it was actually my first as well branded costume. It is a voodoo cosplay. And it was really like I was traumatized because when I bought I need to buy a 3XL, 2XL cosplay because the sizing of voodoo is so small because it is a Chinese brand. So, like, I was so depressed because, like, in US size, I'm a medium or a large, but when it comes to voodoo, I'm a 2, 3XL because I also need to consider the factor of my height since, like, again, the sizing is small and I already bought the 2, 3XL, but still the costume is quite short on me. Like, the crotch area, like, it's too short for my body. So it's still a struggle, yeah. So I bought it for around like 4,000. That is just the costume. It excludes the wig that I styled myself. But the wig, I used 3 wigs for that anti-gravity wig. That excludes like the lights and such. Oh yeah, my Mawiko wig was a total of 3 wigs, so it's quite expensive as well. Then I also made the sword. It was my first time making a sword out of like EVA foam, and I underestimated how expensive EVA foam was, especially if it's gonna be a big project. So overall, I estimated the overall expenses about 10,000, like everything. Yeah, and to think like the service for the wig styling is already free since I did it myself. So it's just the materials. Yeah. And it's very expensive. It's the first time I bought something that expensive for a cosplay because most of the time I just do it myself. While we wait for this to dry, we will be changing into our costume. So we will be back. Costume transition box again. One, two, three. So here are the final results of our cosplay makeup challenge. So we are cosplaying as Yor Forger and me as Anya Forger, looking like my mama. So if you like more videos like this, don't forget to like this video and also subscribe to my YouTube channel, Your Bad Karma, and also Wabee SEGOVIA.
You can also follow us on our different platforms in the description. Comment down below who's your favorite character from Spy Family.
How about you, Wabee? Who's your favorite character?
My favorite character is actually Yor. Ito pa batagain? Yor because she's a baddie, but a softie.
Yeah.
How about you, Carmel?
It's actually also Anya because like I really how cool she is, like how she's so funny, but also like her smug face, that viral meme, that is just my favorite. So anyways, thank you so much for watching guys and we'll see you in the next video.